Hi, this is Cynthia from JCL Productions and Actors Reel to Reel. Today we're going to talk about acting choices. As I've said before, there are no good or bad choices. Some simply serve the story better and others serve the actor. And being a great actor means knowing the difference between serving the story and serving the character. The choices you make as an actor form the relationships between your character, the world around him or her, as well as the other characters. All of these relationships enhance the storyline. Now, I believe acting is a deep and intimate struggle and a triumph to create a character that will fit into the story arc. You're asking the audience to come along with you for the journey. When an actor makes a choice for a character, it usually has to do with the following elements. Does your character have certain tics? Perhaps it's the way he walks or talks, or twirls her hair around her finger. Does your character laugh when they're nervous, or get violent when they're mad? Or do they disconnect and show no emotion at all? All of these actions or behaviors go into creating your character. Choices while building your character is all about the story arc. Now, these choices tend to be long range and are very prepared by the actor. But there are choices that can be moment to moment within the story value or scene of a film. These moment to moment choices are sometimes influenced by the environment around them. They also make your character more relatable to the viewer. Now, it has to be said that any choice that you make should be discussed with the director who has the full vision of the story and the film. Because the storytelling and shooting and production schedule can be long and arduous, and sometimes things change. But that doesn't negate the fact that you have to do your preparation, really dig deep when it comes to creating your character, those physical things that we talked about. It's not something that you can just come to set and try to create right at that moment. Now, I know sometimes you don't get the whole script and you may get only your scenes, so you have to try to fill in the blanks. If it's based on a book, you can definitely purchase the book and read it to get a more comprehensive view into the characters and what the overall story is about. Being an actor means being a good researcher. Dig deep. If there's something that has to do with astronomy, then learn about it. It's that kind of passion that will come across so powerfully when you're portraying your character. Like I said, there are no right or wrong choices, but choices that more so serve the character or the actor will stick out like a sore thumb. And no one wants that type of attention. You want your character to strengthen the storyline and to add to the protagonist's journey. Now, if it's a comedy, this genre tends to be about the antics of the protagonist. The story may loosely be told at times, but still, there must be a story behind it. Now we're going to talk about moments within a scene. Let's look at some of the choices that actors have made over the years. In the film Hustlers, Jennifer Lopez made a choice to do the pole dance rather than the insinuation of just finishing the pole dance in the scene. Her decision was based on the desire to show the audience who her character was and why she was so valuable to the club. And also, by gaining the experience of dancing on the pole, she added so much to her character's truth within the film. Lupita Nyong'o, one of the greatest young actresses of our time, stresses to actors to do your homework. Like we said before, really dig in. You can't come to a set without any knowledge of who the person is you're portraying. You cannot deliver lines with just emotion. It has to be felt from a real place of knowing. You can never totally play another person, but you can add to the volume of their life and how it speaks on film. Now, it's up to the actor to get as close as they can to the character's point of view within the narrative. How far in the rabbit hole do you want to go as far as knowing who this person is? Now, when an actor is making a moment-to-moment choice, these choices can be changed by some of the following circumstances. The shoot location. Does the environment around you cause you to make a different acting choice? Is the environment hectic, busy? Another external reason for you making a different choice is simply the other actor you're with in the scene. Perhaps their energy is not giving you that push-pull kind of tension that you need to get to a certain place, or perhaps even if you got to the certain place, it would seem off because where they are is simply not where you are. These are the things that you need to kind of feel out, especially if there's been little to no rehearsal between you and the other actor. If it's simply not the energy that you really need from that actor or the intensity, then you need to go into your arsenal, your toolkit, as I put it, and be prepared to make choices that are ultimately going to serve the moment, the scene, the story. Let's take a scene from the Titanic. On the deck, Cal and Rose are having breakfast that morning. Cal explodes at Rose for stealing time away with Jack. Now, this was written in the script for Billy Zane's character to throw the table across the room and hover over Rose in an intimidating manner. Now, after that, the action in the script was to stay agitated until he walks away. But Billy Zane, the actor, chose to bring his performance way down in such a way that it caused fear and intimidation in Rose's reaction. And of course, by Kate Winslet, the actor's reaction, who plays Rose, gives proof of an effective performance by Billy Zane. In the film The Help, Viola Davis gives a slight nuance in a very moving scene at the end. She simply exhales. There were so many emotions behind this very simple gesture. And the wonderful thing about the choice that she made is the audience can feel and interpret her moment that feels right for them. And after Viola's character leaves the house, little Mae Mobley begins yelling and screaming after her nanny. So much so that Miss Davis again made another choice that was not in the script. She bends over, almost in agony about leaving this little girl, only to gather her strength and begin walking again. You see, the script is only the beginning. Great performances and great choices can take the script to another level of storytelling and bring in your uniqueness and who your character is.
Yes, yes, yes.
Where the words leap off the page and onto the screen and into the hearts of the audience.